This is Cherry, my KTM 39 adventure, and me, Alena. And in this season, we're traveling around Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. We love gorgeous views, beautiful roads, and we don't mind a little bit of challenge. Let's go exploring! Good morning from Tena. Cherry and I are ready to go for some local explorations. All right. Living in my pretty hotel, and I assume it's gonna be like 2-3 hours. I hope it's gonna be 2-3 hours, right? Because everything really depends on the off-road part. Look at this beautiful view over Tena. I have a similar view from my hotel room, which I really like. So much that I decided to stay in Tena a little bit longer. My plan was to go to Baños today, but screw the plans. Follow the feelings. And my feelings are telling me, let's go exploring. This sounds like a pretty fun route that we're going to do today. A little bit adventurous. Well, I want to follow the river on the north coast, and I know the first part of the road is paved, and previously you were able to cross from this last town onto the south coast. But a couple of years ago, the bridge that joins the north and south coast at that point got broken, and it has never been fixed. So we're gonna continue until another little town where supposedly there is a boat or a ferry or some kind of floating something that should be able to take me to the south side of the river. Oh, I'm going the wrong way again, just because I saw a bridge and I wanted to cross it. Pretty cool bridge. So this is exactly the bridge we'll be crossing on our way back to Tena. We just got a little test ride here, so back across the bridge. Okay, and now we should be turning right. Finally, after a few days on the road, I'm starting to let go and get into the slow travel mode. I had a pretty tight plan for Ecuador because I want to participate in this event, in the opening of the monument to a female rider, which will happen in the south of Ecuador on the 16th of November. Today is the 7th of November, by the way. So I've got a little bit, less than 10 days already. And I wanted to do this and that and, visit a volcano and go to Baños and go to Cuenca and riding every day, doing lots of adventure things. And that last night I thought but why? I mean, I can do whatever I do, and whatever I don't do, I'll see it on my way back from Peru. I really have no obligation to see absolutely everything on my way to Peru. So I decided last night to take it easy and to just go with the feeling. So today here I am, super happy and just going on some local explorations. And the weather is nice and sunny. It's a little bit hot, but not as hot as the previous day, so quite enjoyable. And of course there is forecast for a lot of rain in the afternoon, so that's why I'm doing this route in the morning, hoping I'm not gonna get into some heavy rain, but I'm feeling lucky. It's 14 minutes to this first little town where the bridge got broken, so I want to go check out the leftovers of the bridge if there are any, and then we'll take the dirt road. Ooh, exciting! It's gonna be my first off-road, real off-road adventure since the beginning of this road trip. Everything else has been paved, or mostly paved. sweet curvy road. A really beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful sunshine, beautiful road. And right behind those trees, it's the Napo River. This is Puerto Misahuallí. These names are quite difficult for me here. Puerto Misahuallí, or something like this. Here we are, the river. I don't know if you can see it, but there is the leftover of the bridge on that side. No están construyendo muy rápido, ¿no?
No, no todavía, por lo que no hay presupuesto.
¿Dónde se puede cruzar el río?
¿Aquí?
¿Y cómo lo hacen? ¿Subiendo la moto al bote?
Sí.
A boat, which can also take a motorcycle on it. And that's pretty much it. Let's go, Cherry. Just like that, a monkey on the street. And that's the start of the trail. We'll be crossing this bridge. Pretty awesome bridge. Whee! Thank you for letting me pass. And somewhere here is a gigantic tree. Must be this one. It's a ceiba tree. I think it's the second largest tree in the world after, well, not exactly this one, but ceiba, the type, after the sequoia trees. And this is still a paved road. I expected this to be an off-road already, but it's not. Let's see where this road takes us. And now what, now what, now what? And now is where it starts. I think we're going here. Whee! Time to switch to off-road mode, I suppose. A rocky off-road. Whee! It's been a while. I gotta get back into it, right? How does it feel, Alena? Remember some of those roads we did last year? The route of the Condor, for example. Where I fell 5 times in one downhill. Oh, it was very, very rocky. Remember Brian, who was helping me to lift the cherry and making sure I would arrive safely. This is like a little whatever village. Here they're called communities. Quite often people from these communities, they offer tours to show the nature, the animals of the area. They offer boat trips, some guided hikes. There are also some tours to visit these communities. I would actually be interested in maybe visiting the community and learning how they live. But all the touristy stuff is kind of expensive in Ecuador. I guess it's one of the main incomes. At least here in the Amazon area, it's like you just take a 1 hour boat trip and it's, I don't know, 50 euros. Sorry, $50. And you're like, what? But then they're willing to load your motorcycle in a boat and take it across the river for $3. To me it sounds like much more work, but that's already like more of a local price, and the other one is a touristy price. Oh, exciting. a bus, a little bus, or some kind of truck, and lots of loose rocks. Luckily it's not too steep, so I can just do engine braking. Whee! This is the real deal. This sounds like a dead end to me. Let's go check it out, because I don't see any kind of bridge, and I'm not quite sure I should be continuing down this single track. Very interesting. Super pretty, very junglish. Looks rideable so far. So there is this guy down there who told me that I'm supposed to be able to cross this river, and I'm like, do I want to risk cherry in a place where I have zero reception? Not so much. So maybe we'll take another road and look for a bridge somewhere. So I met this other guy with a car, and he says that yeah, it's either crossing the river or doing a circle around on this kind of gravel road to get to Ahuano, where I'm going. So let's give it a try. He says it's about 1 hour to get there. Well, he actually said 45 minutes, but I know what locals mean with 45 minutes. Gracias! Alright. And I see those black clouds coming, and I don't really like them. So I'm back on pavement, and according to the guy I should continue until the long single lane bridge that we crossed on the way here, and I should turn right. And then of course I'm gonna be back on a dirt road or gravel road. And I think this is my road. Alright. This bridge sounds pretty evil. Oh! I'm feeling super adventurous, and this lady is just going down on a motorcycle in flip-flops. Wow. A little bit bumpy and rocky. This is a pretty good introduction into adventure mode. Plenty of rocks in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by this, I don't know what it is, lots of green stuff. And with a chance of rain. Amazing, I don't know. I know what. Well, according to my map, I should be turning right here. Oops. Very nice. Maybe I should have chosen the left road. This is definitely not the best choice, Alana. Now what, do I try to go down here? Amazing. Did you manage to end up here, Elena? Not bad. Okay. Well, let's try to get out here. So much for being lazy, right? And not choosing the correct path to begin with. Whew. Let's hope this was the worst part of it. Hello, cow. I don't think this cow sees lots of tourists here. Look at this pretty church. So cute. Community Alto Pusuno. Whoever told me this was just a simple gravel road was obviously making fun of me. Easy, simple gravel road. I see pavement. Ooh, and the bridge. This is the bridge over the river I just attempted crossing. So I was pretty much just somewhere down there where the guy told me that I could just easily cross that wonderful river. Right. Well, I'm glad I didn't do it and just opted in for a very nice ride around. And now, hello pavement. Let's see how long it lasts. Kilometer 0, it said. Whee! Am I allowed to switch off the off-road mode already? Back to street. Here we go. Whee! It's always kind of funny to do this kind of not the easiest type of off-road and then get to an asphalt road, which basically it's nowhere. I mean, it just goes to that port, or I'm supposed to be able to take a boat to the other side. So why make a perfect asphalt road here and not make it, you know, the 10 kilometers of off-road we just did, or 15, I don't know how many it was. Maybe because there the road is at least rocky, but here it was pure mud. There must be an explanation, right? So pretty! Whee! Amazing! Super pretty, brand new pavement. Awesome views! Awesome views we've got here! Oh, amazing. Perfect place for parking. It's about 3 kilometers left until the village. Well, Alena, don't get overly excited. We still have to cross the river somehow. So let's try to figure out where we should be going. This is the village. So the name of the village is Ahuano. So cool. I don't know, I just kind of like being in the middle of nowhere and there is like civilization. There are shops, there are houses, there are cars, like everyone is just living their normal life here. And there are only two ways to get here, either the road I just took or the ferry. So I'm super curious to see how this whole boat thing works. Well, I guess we'll figure out in just a little bit. Cherry, oh, we're ready to cross this river by boat? I guess that's the boat. Oh, look at that! The ferry. Pretty awesome. So we have a live demonstration of how it works. Alright, let's do it. Buenas. ¿Cuándo cruzan? Ahorita. ¿Y cuánto cobran?
$1.
Muy bien. I wanted to fly the drone, but it says this is some kind of forbidden zone, so I cannot fly it here. Well, it's just a couple of minutes crossing and we're already close to the other side of the river. The water is very brown. I don't feel like swimming here. Although it's really hot. Trust me, I would love to swim. But yeah, not right now. Not in this water. Quite an experience. Now let's try to get out of here. I see it's not the easiest type of terrain. But it's okay. Whee. Well, let's go back to Tena. I think the adventurous part is over. Now we just have a sweet paved road back home. Just half an hour according to the GPS. So just relax, enjoy this beautiful weather. It did not rain on us. So happy because I'm happy. Da, da, da.